And we're back. I'm here today with a good friend of mine, Myles. I'm not in his good books. In the last episode, if you watched, I didn't cover the Arsenal game. So I thought it was only right I bring an Arsenal fan on this week, and I've been told I've got to take a forfeit. So, Myles, what is that forfeit?
Um, what I would like you to do for this session is whenever you mention Arsenal, you have to say the mighty Gunners. So just whenever, I don't want you to forget, whenever you say Arsenal, remember, no, it's not Arsenal, mighty Gunners.
So you heard it then, guys. Covering. It's going to be a very, very good show for you Arsenal fans. So, guys, we're going to look ahead at match day 6 in the Premier League, and this is the Sanderson Show. Welcome. So, guys, thanks for joining us again. Another show, and top 6. We talk again about the champions. First game of the weekend. Off to Wales, Cardiff City versus Manchester City. Which City's going to come out on top, Myles?
It's a City win for me.
Which City?
It's definitely a Man City.
Man City. Just
win
check
for
it.
me. I know they gave us a good game.
The mighty Gunners. Yeah?
That's right. Yeah,
the
that's
mighty
right.
Gunners.
That's right.
There you go.
But I think there's a clear, distinct difference between Arsenal and City right now. If Cardiff do decide to go for it, they'll get picked off a lot more easier than they did against Arsenal. And even if they do sit back and try and defend, I think City have just got too much quality and we'll pick them off eventually.
Yeah, I mean, do you not see any way in this game at all for Cardiff to get anything? Maybe set pieces. Man City have been susceptible now and again to set pieces.
Yeah, I think if they have enough, I mean, they lost at home to Lyon. If they can't get over that, and they have a game similar to like against Wolves, then we could be looking at a possible shock draw maybe. But I can't see Cardiff getting anything out of it, like winning wise.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. I can't see how Cardiff even pick up a point in this game. I mean, City, when they come up against these teams, we know what they do. They give these teams a pasting. That's why they win the league, because they don't have to rely on beating the bigger teams, because they get to these teams and they just clear them out.
Absolutely.
Again, I've got Cardiff City to go down this season. I don't see them getting 3 points here at all. I don't see them getting 1 point. I can actually see it being a one-sided affair and quite a beating.
Yeah, definitely.
So you got a score prediction for me?
I had 3-0, but I'll give Cardiff the benefit that I go 3-1.
Okay, I've got 4-1. Guys, let us know what you think. Cardiff City, can they pull off the upset of the weekend? I don't think so. Myles doesn't think so. Maybe you do. Leave your comments below. So now we move on to, the team that have won 6 games out of 6 in all competitions this season. What was it Neymar said? We haven't got a chance of getting to the top 4. I didn't see Neymar on Tuesday night.
He didn't want it.
He didn't, did he?
No,
he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't want it.
Because Trent Alexander officially became the UK's richest teenager by acquiring a £200 million asset by pocketing Neymar in the last game. So it was good fun watching that. Kylian Mbappe did a few bits, but we dominated PSG.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest, I think we're going to dominate Southampton as well.
Yeah, again, I can't really see Southampton. I mean,
Speak up, Myles, man.
they got. I believe Southampton got their first win last week, or was it the previous game week?
Might have been the previous game.
Yeah, but again, I don't see them going. And Liverpool, they're on form right now. As
Fire.
a team,
You can say we're on fire, Myles.
they're playing well right now. Liverpool playing well. I can't see, everyone right now is doing their job. The midfield are working. Fabinho hasn't even.
Well, he's had 3 minutes against PSG.
They're all doing so well at the moment that certain players can't even get in the team. Robertson and Trent.
Majestic. Yeah,
I'm very impressed with Trent. Right now.
I've got to be honest. I'm still trying to figure out who has the best delivery service in the UK, whether it's Royal Mail, FedEx, DPD, or is it Trent and Robertson? I think they might have the best delivery service in the UK. I don't think Royal Mail.
What about Parcel Force?
Yeah, Parcel Force.
They're good.
Yeah, but they're no Trent and Robert, are they?
Well, I mean, that's for you to boast about, isn't it?
To be honest, I don't think it'll be an easy game. I think Southampton do know how to defend well when they put their minds to it. And you've got to look at little things like Danny Ings is coming back to Liverpool. He knows how we play.
Did you sell him? Or
Yeah,
did you loan him?
so he's loaned out for now, but there's an agreement next summer that they will buy him.
Right, so he can play against you?
As far as I know, he can.
Right. Okay.
If he can't, then it's a bonus. But as far as I know, he's eligible to play against us.
Interesting. That could be a headline right there.
It could be an interesting headline, but I still see us winning.
Yeah, I don't see anything past
Yeah,
that, really.
and us being at home as well, under the lights at Anfield.
Do you know what? I was watching the PSG game with my dad, and I was thinking to myself, we was talking about like just the what am I trying to say?
The
Atmosphere at Liverpool. And I said, you know what, it is like one of the best. If obviously if that was at Arsenal, I would be happy. But you go there and the fans are just, even if you're losing, you won't get booed. Maybe at the end of the match you get booed, but they just back you. They're behind you 100%.
The Brendan days. I've seen Liverpool teams get booed off in the Brendan days.
Yeah, well, I mean, with the team you guys had, you know, Ballo and Lambert.
Yeah, that was we don't need to go into it. No.
But you know, you can't blame them.
Yeah, of course.
But it's quite intimidating going to Anfield and you know Liverpool nights in the Champions League. Special. Come up with that. I mean, what do you think of the 2 goals you conceded?
So the first one was offside. It was Cavani was offside.
That's right, yeah.
And the finish from Meunier was brilliant. Keeper had no chance. The second one was frustrating because Salah gave the ball away, but it almost seemed as though all of our midfield players drove on ahead of him when he hit the ball, so there was no one protecting that back four. So when Neymar got the ball, he was running at no one. So that second goal was frustrating, especially the time it happened because we were on top in the game.
Yeah.
But you know, Bobby came on, 1 eye, no eye, 2 eyes, he scores. It's what he does.
Very good finish as well.
Very good finish.
Yeah, composed to, you know, cutting on the left.
Cutting on the left, opposite corner.
Yeah, well done.
Bobby Dazzler.
Well done.
Bobby Firmino. So yeah, all right. I'm score prediction because you. What were we saying?
2-1.
2-1.
2-1. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, 2-1.
I'm going for a nervy 3-1 win, and the reason I say nervy, I think we'll get 2 early goals. I think they'll come back into it, get a goal, and then I think we'll kill them off in the second half.
I'm gonna go with them to score first.
Okay, interesting.
2-1 to you.
Interesting. Well, guys, let us know what you think. Do Southampton come back to haunt Liverpool? I mean, Liverpool haven't lost in the league so far this season, and the last time they had a start like this was the 13-14 season, and that season, Southampton inflicted their first defeat. Is it going to be deja vu, or is it going to be another win for the Reds? Leave your comments below. Now we move on to Mourinho's men. 2 Portuguese managers going at it this weekend. Manchester United versus Wolves. I think it's going to be a really good game.
I'm really impressed with Nuno. Was it Nuno?
Esposito.
There you go. Yeah, I'm really impressed with how he's just gone out and got the Wolves team. I mean, obviously they've spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they brought in some quality. They brought in Moutinho. They brought in they brought in real quality players, and they've gelled really quickly, which has helped. Yeah, they've had a good start, and they've got a good base to go on and like actually stay in the Premier League and you know, build a foundation. I think he will go at United. I do.
Oh, okay.
I know they're away from home, but in recent weeks and times we've seen. I will say I was impressed with United on Wednesday.
Yes.
I think it was very efficient.
As Mourinho's men beat the young boys.
Yeah, I mean, which was expected, you could say, but I thought it was a good performance. Pogba needs the freedom to roam. Yeah. He needs that freedom to roam. He can't be sort of...
You can't pin him down.
Yeah, he needs that freedom. But yeah, I expect Wolves to give it a go. I want to say a draw, but then United are just United.
They'll grind out. Innit?
Yeah, I think I think they'll annoyingly just end up winning the match somehow.
Yeah.
Not convincingly, but I think they'll get the win.
Yeah, I've got to side with you on this one, Miles. So whenever I see Man United before they play this sort of game, I think, yeah, they're going to go out and batter a team. But really what always seems to happen, especially under Mourinho, is they stutter to a victory. And it might not be pretty. And Wolves do play a nice brand of football. But I think Mourinho knows how to shut that down.
Yeah.
And he does that better than probably any other manager in the world.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, it's not pretty, but it is effective. And I think if Mourinho is able to do that to Wolves early, if Pogba's able to get that freedom and allow him to roam, if Jesse Lingard as well, I don't see anything other than the United win. Again, I don't expect it to be pretty. I don't see free-flowing football, but I reckon 2-1, 3-1.
I think a key area will be the midfield as well, because there's this Moutinho, Jota, Neves. They have this little thing going on.
Yeah.
If Man United could sort of get hold of that,
yeah,
I think everywhere else will be sort of ineffective. So.
And Neves, his part. I mean, I've always been a Neves fan, even since he was at Porto. But his passing is just brilliant, and he's shooting as well. But then again, you got to shoot and you got to try and score past David De Gea. It's not easy, is it? Not easy.
He is the best keeper.
Best keeper in the world.
Yeah,
100%. No arguments from me.
Yeah.
And United fans love it when I say that because it hurts. Alisson's coming, but yeah, De Gea for me is for the last, let's say, 4 years, he's probably been the best keeper in the world. Yeah, and you see it week in, week out, season after season. He does what he needs to do for Man United. So, yeah, I expect it to be an entertaining game from Wolves' standpoint. I think they'll bring the fight to Manchester United, but ultimately I see United winning.
Yeah, I think it will be Wolves that will make it an entertaining game.
Yeah.
But Man United will,
They'll do it. So, guys, what do you think? Will the Wolves produce a bite that United can't handle, or will the Red Devils burn the Wolves? Let us know in the comments below. Now we move on to a team that has lost 3 games on the spin. You can't even keep a straight face. Can only be one team if Arsenal fans laughing, and that's Tottenham. 3 games in a row. Watford, Liverpool, and now Inter Milan. Surely this is a must-win. Brighton away. Could be tough, could be tricky. Chris Hughton, old Tottenham boy.
Yeah.
What do you reckon for the game?
They do need to win. It's a must-win, really.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be easy. Brighton do play well when the big teams come.
They do.
They've already beaten United this season at home.
Yeah.
They're going to make it really tough. I want to say Tottenham are going to drop points, but whenever I feel like, I think they'll get the win. I think they'll scrape it.
Yeah, I mean, is Lloris back for this game? I don't think he is actually. I still think he's.
Well, I tell you what, I think it depends on how Poch rotates the squad.
Yeah.
I think he does a bit too much sometimes in terms of rotating and changing. And like, if you look at how the top 6 play with City, like generally they have their back four stays the same. Stays the same with United, but down to injuries, United have had to make changes. Liverpool, your back four has been the same.
Yeah.
Emery's pretty much had a back four that's been the same. Poch has done a lot of chopping and changing. He's done a lot of
he switches
going
between
to free. Rose in, Davis out, and I think that can maybe shake things up at the back. And I tuned in late to the game.
That's all you needed to do.
I mean, I think it was like 50 minutes. I saw 0-0. And then they were 1-0 up, and I thought, they've won it. I thought, let me just tune in. And then Icardi with that
volley from Icardi.
Yeah, that was lovely.
Peach of a goal.
That was lovely, and I thought, because of the time of the match, I thought, 1-1, this is a draw. Tune back in again, and
it was done.
Well, it was nice to watch, obviously, as an Arsenal man, but I don't know what happened.
But it's weird seeing Tottenham, because their defence is usually so solid.
Yeah.
But this season, well, especially the last 3 games, they've just showed that vulnerability and that lack of cohesion and confidence at the back that they usually have. Again, is that down to Lloris? Maybe, but they've still got strong enough personnel there to be able to deal with things. And the Liverpool game highlighted it best. We created so many chances against that team, and that doesn't happen against Tottenham. Liverpool are good, don't get me wrong, but never happens against Tottenham. So is there something just, the wheels starting to come off a little bit? And I know everyone's going to point to the fact they haven't signed anyone, but you've still got the same players who are there who are producing great defensive displays. So I don't know. I mean, again, I don't see Brighton causing them much issues. I think this is the perfect game to bounce back.
I was wondering, especially against Liverpool, because if you go back to last year, Tottenham,
they gave us a hiding. Yeah, they gave us a hiding. Thanks, Myles.
Am I right in saying that the formation had changed this year? He went with back four this year.
Yeah.
Whereas before he had a 3.
I'm trying to remember.
5.
I think he might have gone with a 2 last season. If he did go with a 3, what he did, which was really smart last season, which I thought he'd implement again, he played Serge Aurier left back. So that counteracted Salah every time he came in on his left foot.
Right.
He's coming into Serge Aurier's strong side.
Yeah.
So I expected to see that tactic, but he didn't employ it.
Yeah, there was something different about this time around.
This performance. And I mean, everyone's saying Harry Kane looks really tired, but I can't use that as an excuse. I mean, Granit Xhaka has played as many minutes, if not more than Harry Kane, in the same period of time, and no one says the same about Granit Xhaka. So Kane just out of form. It happens to everyone. Let's not make excuses. He's just out of form.
He's going to be fighting to be top scorer next season. Of course. That goes without saying. Who knows, he might start on Saturday. And I've taken him out of my fantasy team. Whenever I take him out in particular,
he does well.
So
it could be a hat trick on the cards then.
Man, let's not talk about it right now.
So guys, again, I've got Tottenham to bounce back. I don't have Brighton to cause them too much trouble. Again, there might be periods in the game, but I mean, I'm going 2-0 to Tottenham. I'm going for a conventional win, nothing fancy, just do what they need to do. Myles, what do you reckon?
I'll go with 2-1. I do think Brighton will score.
Oh, fair enough.
But I think they'll get past it.
So guys, let us know what you think in the comments below. Are Tottenham going to pull out a Hotspur performance, or are Brighton going to fly away with the victory? So guys, big derby game this weekend. West Ham versus Chelsea. Big game, and arguably Sarri's second major test of the season.
That's not the first time you've done that.
Sorry, no more jokes about Arsenal, I promise. But yeah, arguably one of his biggest challenges of the season. We know West Ham are going to be up for this game. They're going to be firing. They've just come off a really good victory against Everton.
Yeah, very good.
Chelsea have showed signs of weakness at the back, but they've not really been caught out just yet. Is this going to be the game that we see them show some of the cracks in their armour?
West Ham did very well over the weekend.
Yes, they did.
I think they're going to bring out a similar performance. It's just that Chelsea are going to have to maintain them. Everton weren't able to. It was quite surprised. But because West Ham they've been
poor.
Yeah, they've been poor, and they comfortably won 3-1. Comfortably, I would say. I was watching it, and it didn't. Even when Everton pulled a goal back, it was like
you still didn't believe it.
Yeah, you didn't believe it.
Yeah.
So Chelsea have got the strength to maintain West Ham and the quality to, hit them on the counter. Hazard right now is
unreal at the
part
moment.
of me wishes he went to Madrid, because
so do I.
He's unplayable right now.
Unbelievable at the moment.
The quality is just too much.
Yeah.
But, I think it all depends on how well Chelsea maintain West Ham. If they're away from home, they're gonna have to soak up some pressure, which over the years they've been quite good at.
Yeah.
But overall, they've got the quality to definitely do some damage as well.
Yeah, if there is going to be a game where one of the big six loses this weekend, this could be that game, because it's a derby. You can't really go off form in a derby match. But Chelsea, with Hazard being the way he's playing, they should be okay. But the only thing is, their striking situation, Morata he just doesn't seem confident. You see the shadow of the player that they signed.
He's awful.
He's
Just really bad. I mean, he had a relatively good start last season, but generally chances missed, and it's not very good.
It's almost reminiscent of how Torres was.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it feels.
When he went Chelsea.
Yeah, not at Liverpool. Torres at Liverpool was fire. But when he went Chelsea, just things changed, and Morata seems very similar to how Torres was in that period. It's very weird because he has all the attributes to be a top striker.
Yeah.
He's got size, he's got pace, he's got strength.
He positions himself very well.
Positions himself perfectly most of the time, but for whatever reason, the ball's just not ending up in the back of the net.
Yeah. Who knows? They might start with Giroud up top.
They could go Giroud up top, but then when you go Giroud up top, does that make it easier to defend against? Because although he's a fantastic target man, you know, as a defence, he's not going to run in behind, so their defence can squeeze up and make the pitch smaller. Giroud, it's a catch-22 with Giroud, because you know if the ball comes into his feet or into his chest or into his head, he's going to win it and he's going to be able to hold the ball up and bring others into play. But if the ball goes beyond him, there's not much he can do, and he can't press the defence either because he hasn't got that pace.
The pace for it, yeah. I think
it's a tough one.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think they can, even if Giroud does start, and I think Giroud's ability to bring players into the game is very good, and having players like Willian, Hazard, Pedro running off of you or being in and around you, I think
it's never a bad thing.
It's not,
It's never
in comparison to having Mata running in. I think you've got to see how the game goes as well.
Yeah. I am gonna go with sorry soldiers for this.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be a very tough game.
Saying that, West Ham, correct me if I'm wrong, have a good sort of record against Chelsea.
At home, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. You're gonna say, oh, go on. You're gonna say
I'll
it.
go for a draw.
Go for a draw. You're sitting on the fence.
I'm gonna say 2-2.
2-2. I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea. I'm gonna expect a very difficult game for them, but I still think they'll grind out the result. I just see Hazard producing some sort of magic.
Yeah, I mean he for me is the main factor here.
Yeah, best player in the league. So
if he has a day where he's really on it, then
he's unplayable.
Nah, it's going already.
Yeah. So Chelsea fans, is it going to be sorry soldiers, or is it going to be Pellegrini's West Ham to take the 3 points, or is it going to be a draw as Myles is predicted? Let us know in the comments below. So,
let's go.
You ready?
Yeah, ready.
We move on to the final Big Six game of the weekend, and it is the mighty Gunners against Everton. So, as a Liverpool fan, this game's well fun for me, isn't it? I've got to do a forfeit for Myles, and then I've got to speak about the Merseyside rivals. So as I said in the last game, I didn't mention Arsenal. I apologise to the Arsenal fans. I got a lot of stick from friends and family about it, but we do speak about them today. Hence why Myles is here to remind me as well. So, Myles, what do you think the mighty Gunners are going to produce on Sunday?
I expect to win. Although Everton have come. No, not Everton. Sorry, that was West Ham. No, I expect to win. Being at home. We're not there yet, but I'm beginning to see what Emery is trying to do and trying to sort of establish in the team.
Like check passing out from the back.
I'm a bit uneasy about that. I can't lie, because last week there was something. Back to
Sorry,
Mustafi.
there's a plane going over. I'm wondering if that's one of the Wenger out planes.
Yeah, I made a little booking. I called someone up, and he did something a bit wild last week. And I'm still. Do you know what I think? I think that Emery is showing Czech a bit of respect. I do think this is Czech's last season. At Arsenal, and I think he's just showing a bit of respect and giving him a bit of game time, because when Leno does eventually edge himself in, I think he will be our number one. And I think he's happy to just sit back and wait. and learn from Czech, because you can learn a lot from him.
Definitely.
And he's happy knowing that his time will come. But yeah, I can see what Emery's doing. And I told myself that this season, no matter what happens, I'm just going to be patient, because we've had 22 years of, and not all of it has been sort of doom and gloom.
You look like you're tearing up.
Seriously, no. Seriously, not all of it has been doom and gloom.
Yeah.
But the time for change was needed a long time ago. It's here now, and we need to give. We're not going to give Emery 22 years, but we need to give him time to establish his way, what he wants to do, figure out who can do what, and all the rest. And I think the players have sort of, they know, okay, this is different, but this is what it is now.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he makes changes. I like the fact that there's no favoritism. If someone's playing poor, they're off.
Yeah.
Sort of a couple of weeks ago, Mesut Ozil was taken off near half time or just after half time. Wenger would never do that.
No,
he doesn't want to hurt his feelings.
He babied Ozil.
Yeah, he's made changes in the midfield, and I think he's really shown these players, like, look, step up or step out.
Yeah, which is a good thing to do. I mean, all the top managers do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you only have to look at Pep. Leroy Sané is arguably the best young player in the league, and
absolutely,
he's been acting up apparently in training, and he's just been dropped from the squad.
Just dropped.
Yeah.
But I mean, he came back and scored.
Yeah, exactly.
So he learned from it.
He learned from it
straight away, and hopefully our players can learn from it and move forward with it. Good result yesterday.
2 great goals from what was the team's name?
I think you described them as a Polish dinner.
Yeah, because when I saw the team name, I was like, oh, Arsenal versus a Polish dish. But I've never heard of the team. I'm sure I'll never hear again about them. They scored 2 great goals.
The first goal, I mean, the ball just under Liechtensteiner's feet.
Yeah, but the finish.
Great finish.
Great finish.
Second goal was a bit annoying because it was a good move and a good finish. Felt a bit of complacency was coming in. The game was already won. Yeah. But I don't think Emery would be happy with that either.
No.
He won't be happy with that.
And it's good that he's not happy with that.
Yeah.
It's good that he's not happy with that. So do you see Everton posing you any threat at all in this game?
Richarlison's back from his ban.
Yeah.
He's had a good start. 3 goals in 3 games.
Yeah.
Everton at Arsenal haven't been great.
No. Pretty poor actually.
Walcott.
That'd be a headline.
He might want to come. I mean, if he did something, you wouldn't hear from him.
That'd be beautiful.
He might want to come back and show. I tell you what, actually, I was reading a Sky Sports article. He said, I wasn't happy with. I can't remember what the headline was, but it was like, I fell out of love with football, something like that, in his last sort of year and a half at Arsenal, which is understandable because he didn't get much game time.
Yeah.
But maybe that was his way of saying, watch when I turn up on Sunday, and I don't know, but.
Because he's even got the gel look going on.
I know. He went, has he done something different with it?
I don't know.
Because first he had the Mahrez, look, I can be your Mahrez. Because, there was all that going on. Yeah. And I think he's done something new with it. We'll see it on Sunday.
Maybe he's just a happier person now he's out of Arsenal.
Well, he's getting some game time. I wish him all the best. He's been a good servant.
He was a good servant. Never really heard of him doing anything bad.
Yeah, he scored over 100 goals for us in nearly 400 games. He's done his best, but it's time for him to get some game time.
It was, yeah.
I think his aim is now to get back into the England squad and see where he can go.
Which is not completely out of the question. It'd be difficult, but not completely out of the question for him.
Yeah. Ultimately, I see it.
Yeah, I can't see Everton getting any points from this game. Again, they just don't seem to have clicked. And you look at their signings from the summer, and they've signed some very good players. They've paid over the odds for a couple of players.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that kind of happens sometimes. It's arguable that we paid over the odds for Alisson, but
I think you take that risk knowing that it will come good.
Yeah,
it's an investment.
It is. You're not just signing a player for one season now. They just sign them hopefully for the length of their contract or to sell them on for a profit. So, what score prediction are you going for?
We haven't kept a clean sheet all season.
Not one clean sheet. Not one clean sheet.
No. Yesterday would have been.
Ooh,
It would have been that.
not one.
I don't think we're. Do you want to keep saying that?
No, I'm just a bit shocked.
I don't think we're going to keep a clean sheet on Sunday either. I know we're going to win. That might come back to bite me, but I'll go 3-1.
3-1. I'm actually going to give you a clean sheet this game. I'm going to go 3-0.
That's nice of you.
I'm going to go 3-0. I think you'll keep a clean sheet this game.
I hope so.
Unless Czech just does a mad one in goal.
As long as you don't sort of try and score an own goal, I don't mind.
I don't see them breaking you down or running in behind or anything like that.
No, I mean, they didn't play midweek, did they?
No, they didn't. No.
But our team's going to be completely different.
Yeah, very different team. And you've got to rest players like Aubameyang.
Yeah, Aubameyang was good though yesterday. He has to play on Sunday.
Yeah, I'll be very shocked if he doesn't start on Sunday.
He was red hot yesterday.
Yeah, he's a top quality striker. Top quality striker.
That's what we've needed.
True. Well, though you had Lacazette.
We did, and it's good to have both of them now.
Very true, very true. And I've said that a few times, they do remind me a bit of the Suarez and Sturridge connection.
Yeah.
But your defence also reminds me a bit of Skirtle and so that's it's going to be entertaining watching you guys from a neutral, but from an Arsenal perspective, it probably won't feel nice.
I wasn't too sure about Socrates at the beginning. In recent weeks, he's looked more solid. Yeah. He's even looked a bit more pacier.
Yeah.
But I think he's just getting used to everything.
Yeah, of course.
Until when Koscielny gets back, who's he going to come in for?
We'd be interested to see.
Who's he going to?
I think Socrates starts, and I think he starts with Koscielny.
So then it's Mustafi.
Yeah, the German.
He can be quite a liability sometimes.
He can be. I've always called him the German Skirtle. He can have a brilliant game. But
that was just about to say.
He can be so poor sometimes.
I think it's really frustrating. I think we could have done better business for a defender in the window.
100%.
But again, money and the money's there.
Sorry, in case you didn't pick that up, he said cheapskates.
I don't care for what anyone has to say. The money should be there and available.
I agree.
To purchase players of a higher quality for us to move forward.
100%.
If you own the club and you want to earn more money, then you need to do what's necessary in order for the club to keep earning more money.
Definitely.
But that's another
episode.
Yeah, that's another
episode. I'd love to have you on for that episode.
Yeah, I'll be happy to come and bring my notepad and go on that. But yeah, that's another episode.
Cool. Well, Myles, thank you very much for coming on the show. Absolute pleasure. Once again, apologies for the last episode and not mentioning the mighty Gunners.
Yeah, that's it.
It's been very hard saying that all episode. But guys, once again, thank you very much for joining us. Please like, comment and subscribe and tell your friends and family about the Sanderson Show. Until next time, see you soon.